Hi, I'm CJ and this is my RC channel. In this video, I'm going to be teaching you how to use a wheel balancer and how to balance wheels. This is a wheel balancing tool by Team Associated. There are other companies that make similar tools to this. And what this does is the handle is on bearings and has a very smooth action. I was holding it by the head up here, and there is this knob on the end which has two different conical ends, and you decide which one works best for your set of wheels. For mine, it's going to be this large cone which fits just into that inner one and will center one side of this. So this side, as you can see, there's a 17 millimeter hex there, or a 12 millimeter hex, excuse me. This is not going to mate to a 12 millimeter hex, so it just goes up against that wall there and it gets centered by the cone on the opposite side, pressing in against the wheel and centering things. Now there are several ways to add weight to the wheel. This is one example. This is a type of clay. It's called wheel balancing clay. No surprise. And it comes in different containers. Some of them it's a little tub. Some of them it's in little blocks like that. And then there is different types of wheel balancing tape. And this is like a single-sided tape that has like a lead or other soft metal like surface, and you can cut pieces of that off and add them as you need to get your wheel to balance. Just wanted to make sure I got those on cam for you. So it's just a tape. As you can see, it, you know, it's a soft bendable metal. Okay, so take a wheel, insert the handle through there, and then just snug it down with the cone seating in there. Get it nice and snug. It doesn't have to be ridiculously tight. And then give the wheel a spin. And as you can see, looks like it's a little, yep, it may just be the way it was glued. Let me try loosening that up a little and retightening it. See if I can center things a little better. I got an idea. Because there's, you see, this could, right here, isn't too far from the size of that hole. I don't want to get things squished. I'm going to pause for a second. Okay, I got a washer that's a bit bigger than the end on the adapter there. Okay, so we've got a little bit of a wobble. And as you can see, this thing will spin and spin and spin all day, because these bearings and the handle here are very good quality. So I'm going to slow it down a little bit on its own, and just, so now we can see that there's a bit of an oscillation there. And then it rolls back and forward and back and forward and back and forward. So I'm just waiting for it to stop so I know where dead center is on this. Okay, so right there. So I need to add a little weight here. So just wanted to put a little tape marker there so I've got a visual aid while I get some of this clay out. Never used the clay before. I think I'm going to give it a try. Just going to try a small bit and put it dead center on the rim. In fact, that may be entirely too much, but let's just give it a test. Yeah, big time. Actually, it's not. Wow. When it stopped with the clay up on the side there. And this time it stopped with the clay at the top. So, looks like I got pretty dead on there. See, that's what you're looking for it not to stop in any consistent spot, not to have rollback, like where it stops and then comes back down and then back around and pendulates. So if anything, I didn't put quite enough clay on. So let me smooth this out a bit and put a little more on. Just a pinch though. Okay. And this is something you should do whether you're doing on-road or off-road. And the larger your tires, the more important. In other words, if I was doing this for an F1 car where the tires are, you know, maybe 1.5 inches in diameter, not as important. But, you know, for a big, heavy 1/6 scale, it becomes very important because that rotating mass out of balance can, you know, if you've driven a car with a wheel out of balance, you know how it can shake the car. So it's still a little heavy down there on that bottom side. So I'm going to add another pinch of clay. And I'm smearing it out as best I can across the surface here. You know, keeping it in that center area, but not having it be like a big blob. And trying to spread it out, you know, across the surface this way so that it's not like on an edge as much. Okay, let's try it again. Now this is definitely a little out of true. There's nothing I can do about that. This is a pre-assembled tire. In other words, it came glued together, so there's nothing I can do about that. still a little out of balance. It's becoming less and less prominent. Okay, that's probably as good as I'm going to get. Let's see, that's front left. Let's try the left rear. Yeah, that one's nice and doesn't have any wobble to it. Well, you get the idea. I'm not going to balance another tire in front of you and make you watch that. You've seen how it's done, how to get a good balance going, the types of materials and tools you need. Definitely something I highly recommend that you do for all your tires. And once you've done it, you know, check periodically. Like if you've run them a couple of races on that set of tires and they're still usable, you know, check the balance. It just takes a few seconds to pull the wheels off and give them a spin and see if they're still holding balance. Anyway, I hope you learned something. I hope you enjoyed this video. Please click like. Please subscribe to my channel. You guys know the drill. Thanks again for watching.